All right.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the NFL Family Fight with me and my family. My name is Darryl Ragsdale. I got Harold Ragsdale. I got Chucky Rags, and I got my big brother Curtis Murray on the line with us. Listen, we're going to talk about football today. Last week was the first week of the NFL playoffs. It was the wild card round, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I believe if my numbers are correct, Harold came out with the lead last week, winning 4 games, picking 4 winners. That gives him 8 additional points. Charles was in second place. He picked 3 winners, and me and Curt, we were in third place, tied for last. All right, we both picked 2 winners last week. So with the points being doubled for last week, that puts us at it was before last week. Charles was in first place with 174 correct picks. I was in second with 169 correct picks. Harold was in third with 166 correct picks, and Curdy was in fourth with 153. But because the points were doubled, when you do all the math and add it up, it looks like we have switched. Charles is still in first place with 180 correct picks. Correct points now, since some of them are double. So 180 correct points, but Hurl has moved to second place with 174 correct points. Me, I'm in third place with 173. I'm only down 1 game, so I'm still in there in that second place. But it ain't about second place. It's about winning the belt. I want to win first place. And then we got Curdy down with 157 correct picks. Points. So we want you to like, share, subscribe. We want you to join us. We know we're at the end of the year, man, as everything is coming down to this. We got 2 more weeks to go before the Super Bowl, and I want to win this. So y'all come along with us, and let's see what we got going on this week. Chucky, what we got this week, man?
Okay, we're going into the division round of the playoffs. So who did you pick, Curt? I think Curt might have tied with 6 points. Did you pick the Bucks, Curt?
Yep.
He picked Tampa Bay.
You got that right.
And he got Tampa Bay right, and he got Houston right. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's all.
So that's 6 points added on, right?
He got Houston right, and he got Tampa Bay right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. So that's 4 points.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 4. Okay. All right then. So let's that puts Earl is 5 behind me, right? With 175.
No, how do you got 175? I got 174. Okay. Well, we'll go with your numbers. We'll go with yours.
Well, if he got 4 picks right,
got 6 points.
if you got 4 picks right, that gives you 8 points.
You got 8
right?
points, G. Earl, you got 8 points.
I got 8 points, yeah.
Yeah, because you got 4 correct picks. You picked Houston, you picked Buffalo, you picked Green Bay, and you picked Tampa Bay.
Right.
So that's 4 correct picks. That's 8 more points. Right. You had.
So that put you 5 behind me, right?
He had 166. So 166 plus 8.
Oh, I thought he had 167.
Right.
I thought you had 167.
Okay, my bad. All right, 167. I added the 1 extra though. Yes, last time. Okay, 167.
And then it looks like you got 4, so that puts you at 173 to 175, Hurl. So that puts Hurl ahead of you by 2 now, right?
Okay, I had by 1, but okay, by 2.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back and redo all the math and make sure we're good. So yeah, I could be wrong. Maybe I got to go back and do all the math.
How many am I down from you now, Chuck?
5. That's what I have, 5.
Okay.
Because before, in week 18, I had you at 167. I had Darryl at 169, and I had me at 174. And then I get 6 points, which put me at 180. You had 167, and then you got 8, which puts you at 175. And Darryl, I had
we can go
Darryl
with
at
that.
$169.
Your numbers are the official numbers. So if that's what you got,
I had Darryl at 169, and he got 6. I mean, he got 4, so that puts him at 174, if I'm not mistaken.
So I'm 1 ahead of Darryl.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Damn, I can't do simple math. Okay, Darryl had 169, right? And then he got 4 points. That puts him at 173. Yeah.
So I'm
169. 169 plus 4 is 173, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you're 2 up on Darryl. Okay, so let's start it off, man. We got the division round coming up this week. It was a very interesting week. It was very surprising to me. We're going to start off with Darryl, and then Curt, then Hurl. Looks like I'm going last this week. No, wait a minute. Hurl's going last. We're going Darryl, Curt, myself, and Hurl. Okay? That's the order. We got 4 games. We got the beginning of the round. The beginning of the division round is going to be the Texans and the Ravens. That's going to be the first game. And, it's not going to be, the way the Texans and the way the Green Bay played for the Ravens and the 49ers is not going to be just check the box and go to the championship round. They're going to have to battle because these 2 teams look pretty good. So we're going to kick it off with Darryl. Let me shut up because I'm all over the place here. And the first game is going to be the Texans traveling to the Ravens to take on the number 1 seed. That'll be the first game Saturday. And Darryl, how do you feel about this game?
I love my Houston Texans. They have won in the first round of the playoffs, which is I picked them. Well, all of us, everybody but Chuck picked them last week. But y'all know since the beginning of the season, I've been saying that Baltimore was going to win it all. I think they're the best team in the league right now, with probably the best player in the league right now. So as much as I hate to go against my boys, if they turn around and win this game, I'll be ecstatic, but I'm not going to count on that. I have to go with Baltimore. Baltimore at home.
Don't pick the Ravens?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
That's surprising. Okay. Curt, who do you have in this one?
Man, hold on a second. Okay, so I got to go with Baltimore, man. Got to.
I'm going to follow that cat. I like the Ravens. It's not going to be easy though. But I'm going with the Ravens. I feel like it's going to be some upsets this week though. How about you, Hurl?
Well, first of all, you got to give big up to what's his name, CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Give big up to that young man. A rookie quarterback with a rookie head coach. His very first playoff game, he went 16 for 21, 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Say, man, who does that?
You said what?
But, all good things must come to an end. So the last time the Ravens won was in 2000, because we talking about Super Bowl numbers. So I'm going to go with who was coaching them when they won. Harbaugh. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed.
All right. So we got a clean sweep on this one. Everybody's going Ravens. Okay. That's an asterisk game. If y'all want to change, you can at the end of this. Okay, so the next game is going to be, we're going to turn it back around to you again, Harold. And the next game is going to be the night game Saturday. It's going to be the Packers going to play the 49ers.
And McCaffrey is questionable, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it's on Harold, though.
Look, the Packers, they came and did what I told everybody they was going to do. They did what the Packers always do to the Cowboys in the playoffs. And the way they did it, you got to put a little love in your heart. Woo! Love played a splendid game. The Cowboys were, Dak is Dakota until he win a playoff game. But unfortunately, I got to go with George Seifert. I think he was the coach the last time the 49ers won back in I think it was January 29th, 1995 is the last Super Bowl the 49ers won. Give me George Seifert.
Okay.
That 95 San Francisco team. Jerry Rice, Roger Craig, and Joe Montana.
John Taylor.
Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going with the Niners. And
I played with them on Madden.
Everybody is really pretty much going with those two top seeds. We got to, man. You got the heavyweights are coming in, although the Packers did look really good. I was impressed with the Packers last week, how they just came in and slapped the hell out of them, man. I was impressed. I was surprised. I didn't expect it.
No, Curt, what did they do? What's that deal you say? They came in the house.
Yep, they
well, say that. That's what they did.
Yeah, they kissed the wife. You know, discipline the kids, kicked your dog. You know what I'm saying? Put your bathrobe on, and ate out your cereal bowl and drunk out your Kool-Aid cup, and got the big piece of chicken at the table. They just took everything.
They sure did. They came in there and they did it, but I just don't think they'll do it.
Hey, it ain't no excuse though,
the
bro.
49ers.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know what they're going to do. All I know is Jordan Love, he ain't thrown but one interception like since week 6 or 7. Like, and so you gotta go with the 49ers, but here's what I'm saying. Is Love better than Brock Purdy? You tell me.
That's what I'm saying. But Purdy got the talent around him.
Does he? Because them receivers I saw for Green Bay, the best one didn't even get off. And these dudes are young, man. What I'm saying is they ain't scared of going into San Francisco. They playing with house money anyway. Nobody expected them to be where they at. So even though I'm gonna go with San Francisco, man, it ain't gonna. I'll be surprised if the game is over 3 points.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hard fought game because I think Jordan Love is that much better than Purdy as far as just pass. He's every bit of what C.J. Stroud is. You better get to him.
I mean,
and I could tell.
You go overboard.
when I saw Nick Bosa's interview, they taking him serious too. So I'll go with.
You're gonna have to. I agree.
Yeah,
It's
he
gonna be
showed me something. He showed me something. Not just with Dallas. I'm saying he had. Remember at the beginning of the season, he showed a little spark, and then they went for a little drought, and then he came back and finished up the second half. And man, he looked like a bigger, stronger Aaron Rodgers out there.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't they beat Kansas City the first game of the season?
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
They ran up. They scored the most points on Kansas City than anybody all year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't count them out. Like I might mess around, even though it don't mean nothing, but I might mess around, come back and pick them. I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
Because San Fran they've been sitting. This team is hot. They young. They just going from game to game, and they know they playing with house money.
I agree.
Curdy said, at this point, it don't matter, but I might still pick him. He said that if I get everyone right from here until the Super Bowl, and y'all get everyone wrong, I still won't win.
I don't understand. I don't understand how Curt's in last, man, because Curt has one of the best football minds. You know, he got a good football mind.
No, what he did,
I did it my way.
Picking against everybody. He started too early picking against. It was some games that he knew people would win, but he was like, I got to go against you because I got to come back. I got to catch up. You know, I think he started that.
That was the wrong philosophy. Yeah. So
that's
all right. Next year it'll be different.
All right, who you got? It's gonna be hard to come back next year, man, because it's hard on me, man, because we be going, you get ahead, and then the rules start changing, and even try to put the college games in it, and we're gonna put 3 points on this and 2 points on this.
It was all voted. But no, that's no. Wait a minute. But that's some old Donald Trump stuff because everything we did was voted on.
Yeah. I went along with it, man. I went along with it, but it was difficult for me. I'm more of a structured type of guy.
Come on, Donald.
Well, let's go. But Chuck, this is year one. So next year we would have
entertainment too.
Yeah.
This is year one, so we was figuring it out this year. You know what I mean? So next year we already know how we do it. We know that it's 1 point for the regular season, 2 points for the playoffs. If the team that you choose wins, then you get 3 points. You know what I'm saying? So next year, we're setting it up and getting the foundation ready for next year. So next year.
Okay. It don't matter. I'm gonna be the front runner anyway.
Yeah, that's
all right.
That's the
Who
right
you got,
word.
Darryl?
Just like Kansas City.
Yeah.
I got San Francisco.
So we all doing 49ers, so that can be changed too now.
I gotta change. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna have to change my pick because one of these picks because I can't come back if I'm picking the same team y'all picking. But I think all these games we all other than City Buffalo.
No, y'all could come back with Kansas because I know y'all gonna all pick the Bills. So
we
I'm
picking the Bills. But
we're gonna put it back around to you, D.
Detroit and Tampa Bay. Give me Detroit.
We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Detroit to play the Lions.
I pick Detroit.
Okay. How about you, Curt?
Okay, boy. What I've been saying all year.
Baker to play.
You talking about Baker, Tampa Baker?
Give me the playmaker. Give me the
Go with the Bucks.
Hey.
Yeah, Curt. The
Lions is the Lions. Okay, they won the Super Bowl last week. They won their first playoff game and win since
1990.
Barry Sanders was there. Second, third year Barry Sanders. Man, Tampa Bay, this team minus Tom Brady, which Baker got better numbers. They're two years removed from a Super Bowl. This team's not gonna let Jared Goff and them clown around. They beat them early in the year, but so did Philly. and look what they did to him. So I know it's outrageous to think that Baker can go into Detroit and win, but I'm gonna take chances with the Bake Show.
Two
Hey,
things
look,
about the
Curt.
Philadelphia game.
Look, Curt,
Philadelphia,
speaking
first
of
of all,
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is a shell of themselves, and Tampa Bay was playing at home. This is a
First of
totally
all,
It was the first round of playoffs. That's all I know. And if you're gonna say that, just Detroit's Detroit, and they got lucky and won something in 40 years.
Hmm.
hey, look, Curt.
I agree.
You- you
I
They've
think
had
think-
Megatron,
Look.
Stafford. And this is the first time they won. I'm just not
Curt,
believing.
You've been preaching, man, week after week. You've been saying, I don't know why y'all give the Eagles the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I get it now. I understand where you're coming from. We kept
I mean, they quit 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
all
I
I'm
get it.
saying is, it looks like to me that Baker and Godwin and them young Baker got 4 receivers. They got good chemistry. The defense stops the run. I'm just saying, yeah, Detroit should win. They're at home. But I'm saying there's no winter factor. There's no weather factor. And you still got to stop Mike Evans. You still got to stop him.
I'm still debating on who I'm going with as I'm speaking on this, because I watched Tampa Bay last week and I was like, oh, they can't get it together with their offense. They can't get it together with that defense looked good. But man, this last game, Baker Mayfield got a little something going on the offense. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, man, watching that game against the Eagles, that Buccaneers defense triggered PTSD in me, because I had a flashback with how they did Kansas City in that Super Bowl, where they were the first team that made Patrick Mahomes look bad with that defense. I saw that defense again. I saw that defense again. And that got me, man, like thinking the Bucks, if they offense, I think the Bucks could beat Detroit, because Jared Goff, he got it done, man. But it's Jared Goff.
I'm not knocking
it's
him.
Goff,
I'm just saying,
man. It's
one
Goff.
team that won a couple of Super Bowls, and one team hit their Super Bowl last week. Can they come back and muster up? Will they be satisfied with just winning their first playoff game in 30-something years?
Dude, I'm sold on them. I'm starting to see flashbacks of that team that won it with Tom Brady. But this year, I think it's going to be money maker. Baker going to get it done, man. Detroit is a feel-good story. I went with them. That's Harold's pick for the Super Bowl. It was good, but I'm going to go with, I'm sitting here and I just made up my mind. I'm going with the Bucks. Look at my brothers, man. My brothers. Applaud, man. I like it. All right, man. How about you, G? It's on you, G. That's all my commentary, man. But I saw a good Bucks football team yesterday.
No, I'm just saying a solid playoff team.
The day before
Playoff
yesterday.
team.
Well, we've been saying Lions do Lions things, but I just feel it's a different coach, different era. I believe the last time the Lions went to the NFC Championship was in 1995. So give me, and that coach was Wayne Fonts. Give me those Lions, baby.
All right. We're going to turn it back around to you, G.
Did you get
that was a good game. We went 50-50 on that. 2 win Lions, 2 win Bucks. So yeah, some people gonna have some chances to try to get back in this thing. Okay, so Harold, the last game is going to be the Chiefs traveling to Buffalo to play Josh Allen and the Bills.
Boy, did you see Josh Allen run for 55 yards on did y'all see that play?
Yeah, he acted like he was gonna dive. And then
I don't think that's right. See, these quarterbacks, because if the DBs hit the quarterback and they try to dive, or if they try, then it's a flag. But then the quarterbacks, they be acting like they gonna go down, or they acting kind of slowing down a little bit, like they gonna fall. So the DBs kind of let up because they don't want to get a flag, and then he take off through them, man, and then outrun everybody, man. I don't like that, man. These quarterbacks, they take it full advantage.
Right now, they gonna hit that dude. They gonna risk that 15-yard penalty. And I would too. I'd rather take that 15-yard roughing the passer than let that sucker go in for a touchdown.
Well, I've been saying that the Chiefs are not what they used to be. And we're going to Buffalo. And what was that saying, Curt? Last time Buffalo went to Kansas City, they did what? Walked in, screwed their wife, spanked their kid, and fed their dog.
And got the big piece of chicken.
This ain't even going to be no close game. Because the game is, this score, I say 28-13. Give me, I think it was the last Super Bowl coach was George Seifert. Give me those Buffalo. Say, boy, O.J. Simpson done came back.
I already wrote it down. Okay, so this is I'm glad everybody gonna write them off. You write off my boys, but my boy gonna go in there and play some of the best ball. They beat them last time. The only reason they didn't get the win is a crappy ass. I ain't gonna go into it.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you what. I told everybody if they play them again, they're gonna beat them. I told everybody they're gonna beat, the Dolphins, because everybody was telling me Dolphins if they play them again, they're gonna beat them. They are not going to beat the Chiefs. All right. Okay, that's my pick, and I'm standing on that shit. How about you, Curt?
Well, Buffalo is hot, man. And Kansas City ain't been playing, like they should be. And
but Curdy, they got 24 points last week. At least they scored more than 21.
They did do that, right?
3 more than they average.
Here's the thing. I've been thinking about it. This game has been really on my mind. And here's what the conclusion I've come to. We say a lot about them sorry Cowboys and the playoffs and all that, right? Okay, Josh been Superman on the Kansas City Chiefs during the regular season. But last I looked, Pat Mahomes got him 2-0 in the playoffs, right? And last week, what I saw was Pat just decided to take the game over and win it himself. And I think he'll do the same thing in Buffalo. I'm not a believer in Josh. I don't think he's a big game quarterback. I think Patrick and them will go in there and win by a touchdown. And I'm surprised to be saying it, but give me them old Chiefs.
I'm shocked. I thought I was
purely a football thing. You ain't got nothing to do with me wanting to mess with Chuck and all that. I just don't think Buffalo is a playoff team. And I just think that Pat will go in there, and he just showed me last week, man. If he got to run it, he'll run it. If he got to throw it 40 times, he'll throw it 40 times. But Josh trying to run against Kansas City's defense like that, his ribs gonna be broke. Them dudes ain't playing with him.
They're gonna lay some wood on his ass.
Oh, they're gonna lay wood, and I'll take. And that
this ain't that deep. I've been telling people all year. This ain't the same.
So
defense.
Look,
this
as much as
defense,
I like to mess with Chuck and everything, I'm making it purely football. I just think I just think, man, it's gonna come down to the quarterback. And in the playoffs, Pat just showed me he don't lose to Josh. He gonna take this one personal. We're gonna see the best of Pat Mahomes on whenever they play. I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday, but we're gonna see the best. If they beat, I don't want no excuses though. If Pat and them lose, it won't be because Pat didn't play good. You're gonna see the best of Mahomes this weekend. Watch.
Okay. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I thought I was lone wolf in this one. All right. How about you, Darryl?
Oh man, listen. If Kansas City wins the Super Bowl this year, it will be the most, it will have to be one of the most craziest.
It would be in the
Never
Chiefs.
thought-
You have to tip your hat.
That means they would have beat Miami,
Yeah.
Buffalo, San Francisco,
Oh,
and
and the Ravens. They would have to go through the
in
Ravens.
Baltimore to win the Super Bowl this year, and that is a murderer's row of team. Now, they beat Miami. I think the weather had a lot to do with that.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. But for them to come back and then beat Buffalo at home, they gonna have to beat Buffalo at home.
Yeah.
Every other game they play, they roll except for the Super Bowl. They the road team, and they playing against some of the best teams all year long. I don't see it happening, man. Buffalo Bills gonna win this game. I think this is the year. This is the week that my boy Patty goes home early, and we get ready for the real Super Bowl champions this year. Buffalo, San Francisco, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and get your tissue.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. Now we can go into some discussions. We had some really good discussion going on before we went live.
But before we do that, two games we have we all chose. Does anybody want to change? I'm thinking about changing my
Ravens?
Houston pick because I was looking at the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And even if I got two of them different than you, Chuck. So if I get those two, that'll be 4 more points that I got this week. And that will put me at, let me see, I'm at 173. That will put me at 177. And you're at 180, and you would have gotten a couple right, probably. So that would give you a couple. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That will give me 4 more towards you, and I'm down 7. That's not enough. So
Your Ravens could win the Super Bowl. That's going to give you 3.
yeah. If I win these two, I'm down 7 now. If I win these two, that'll give me 4 up. So that would put me down 3. And then my Ravens, I'm counting on my Ravens to win the Super Bowl. That will tie me up. What are we doing for tiebreaker?
Breaking news. McCarthy is staying in Dallas.
I know it. That's what I would have done. I'm happy about that.
I just got the breaking news.
Hey, I'm happy about it.
I'm gonna stay pat. I'm not gonna change my picks. I'm leaving my picks the way they are because I still got 2 more weeks.
You got this week, and then you got the championship weekend.
I got the championship round, and I got the Super Bowl, and I believe
and then the Super Bowl.
So I'm gonna stay because if I choose Houston just because I'm trying to come back, and I really think Baltimore wins. If Baltimore wins, this is gonna put me back. That's gonna make it harder for me. So, and I really don't think Houston's gonna win this game. I love them. I hope they do, but I don't think they're gonna win this game. So I'm leaving it the way it is. I'm leaving my picks the way it is. Anybody else thinking about changing a pick just to get an extra game or two on the leader? on Chuck.
I may as well go out the way I came in. So, man, I really do think that Green Bay has a chance to upset the 49ers. I really do. Like I'm not even, well, let me quit lying. Because when Brett Favre was there, I did pull for the Packers, man. At the end of Brett Favre's career, I just started appreciating it like Jordan. I used to hate Jordan, but that last three-peat, I was like, oh yeah, man, I gotta respect it. Sort of like with Kobe too. So, but this team at Green Bay, not because the way they beat Dallas, I'm looking at like similar to CJ, where that quarterback gives them a puncher's chance, right? And you remember how they were scheming wide open on Dallas and hitting them where you like, why is the tight end way over here? It's because on film, they had been running certain routes that they had, and they ran routes they had never ran all year. See, that LaFleur, he comes from Kyle Shanahan. That's his scheme. So their team, Green Bay's team, they're used to playing against that offense so the checks, the recognizing when the blitz and stuff like that, it's kind of like we all came from the same philosophy. So it's going to be a closer game than what we think. So, man, give me Green Bay, man. Give me Green Bay. Just for giggles, man. I'm going to be pulling for them. I think they got a chance.
Hey, and then, if y'all wanna throw a monkey wrench in the game, since we're in the playoffs, everybody can give a prediction of the score. And if somebody picked that exact score on that game, they get 1 point. The exact score has got to be exact. No point spread. An exact point on any game. We just got 4 games. Who's gonna pick the exact score?
This is exactly what Chuck was complaining about earlier. Look at Chuck. Look at Chuck's face, Curt.
Hey, man.
Chuck like all these changes.
No, we're not changing. We're just growing. We're growing the competition. We're growing it. This is the what do they call it? Inaugural season.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is just put it to a vote. I mean,
put it to a vote but you got to be exact. Who's gonna get the exact score? Probably nobody.
So next year, right? Every game, every week, you get to pick one game that you could pick the exact score from. Every player get a chance to pick that exact score if he get it right that week. It don't matter if it's different games. Like say if you get your one game next year, you get your one game to pick exact scores on. You get yours, I get mine. That's gonna be another score matrix next year. I don't want to just do it for right now. If we're gonna do it, make it part of what we do.
Right. But let's do it. Let's do it like this. Each person get 2 games a week that they pick a score. You know what I'm saying? That's just 2 games out of what, 16 games?
Yeah, that's for next year, but
for next year.
What you want to do.
But since we down to the last 4, there ain't number 4 games, right? Who's gonna pick the exact score of these games? The exact, not a point spread. You got to get the exact number for the game.
Help me understand, just so I understand what the thing that's on the table. You saying we all pick one game of these four and we pick the scores, and if we get the score right, are you saying each one of us is gonna go through each one of these games and say what we think the score is gonna be and if it lands?
Right.
Each one?
Right. Everybody on these 4 games. And then whoever, check it out. Say if Chuck wins, the Chiefs, he say the Chiefs gonna win 10-3. Okay, he gonna get 2 points plus 1 point if they win 10-3.
Look at Chuck. Chuck is like, Chuck is like, it's
You know
just
what?
giving y'all an extra
This
opportunity to
is-
come back.
this
Just-
is- See, this is why it's so hard for me. Changing the rules.
No, we're
changing
adding.
things
We're
in the
not
middle.
changing. We're adding.
And,
This the
and I don't care how you want to put it. It's too much. Before the season start, I don't like changing things in the middle of shit. Before the season start, next year we're gonna have all the rules locked in place.
right.
We'll throw this to a vote. And if I'm outnumbered, I'm outnumbered. But I'm voting no. Darryl, your vote. Yeah or nay?
Nah. And the reason I say it is Chuck do have something. Chuck do have a point. If we would have changed it before the playoffs started, like if we said this is what we're doing for the playoffs, this is what we're doing. We already made a change before the playoffs started. We said for the playoffs, we're going to make it worth 2. And now we're saying, okay, now we're going to say that no, not during the playoffs, not during the playoffs. I don't think that's right. If I was, well, I'm trying to think of it from Chuck's point of view. If I was ahead, if I was in the lead, I'd be like, nah, I don't want y'all to do that. You know what I'm saying? So not doing it. So I'm gonna try to be fair and consistent. If I wouldn't want y'all to do it to me if I was in the league, then I don't want to do it to him with him in the league. I don't think it's right.
Curt,
Well,
what say you?
I get everybody's point, but we not only doing this for us, we doing it for entertainment value. We want to draw people in, right? And here's my thing. If I'm in the league, I don't give a damn what kind of point system anybody puts in. You're not going to take my lead from me. Well, I'm going to be scared of a point for it, right? So I'll vote for Harold because I want to make it more exciting. And you 5, 6, 7 points ahead, bro. And you got just as big a chance to pick the right score on your game as anybody else. It's not no advantage. It can't be an advantage when you're 5, 6, 7 points ahead. How can it be an advantage to anyone? When you got
That's 2. That's 2-2.
That's 2-2. So flip a coin. Chuck, you flip a coin.
I don't have a coin.
And to me, it's like, I know it's like, it'd be different if we had done this the 3rd year, but like, we trying to add entertainment value. This ain't a Monopoly game where you land on boardwalk and, I let you slide with 100. This is
What you gonna throw in this shit next
nobody.
week? What y'all gonna throw in next week?
No,
I don't know, but if you win it,
What you gonna throw in next week?
But hold on, though. If you winning, why you worried about it? It sounds like you scared.
You know what though? I'm just tired of it. What we gonna throw in next week? I'm a win anyway, but damn. Why keep complicating?
But it shouldn't be no but. If you gonna win anyway, just leave it at that. Then it shouldn't be no but. If you get outvoted or the coin flip, everybody, we didn't say there's no changing rules.
Flip the coin.
There's no.
Flip the coin.
I'm just saying.
You decide, yeah. So you
and
decide.
I say
flip the coin. Flip the coin. Flip
now
the coin.
that I know how you do next year when I'm in the league, y'all bring up what you want to. We just put it to a vote. It don't bother me that if I'm in the league, why am I worried about who behind me?
I just don't like changing the rules in the middle or something.
It's making it
people
exciting, dude. It's because to be truthful,
hey, it's that rigid military stuff. You sound like my dad, man. Just ease up, Sergeant. It's all right.
It's not going to change, Chuck. You're not going to pick the exact score of any of these games. None of us are. If we do, it'll be pure D luck.
I mean, like 70,000. Like, golly.
No one's going to pick these games. I promise you. It's just it's a luck of the draw to bring entertainment to it.
Hey, you know what? Check it out. Check it out. I vote not to. Don't even flip. Nah, let's not do it.
Next year, let's lock all the rules in place.
No, I'm not going for that. This is entertainment. This ain't no damn military exercise. So if something comes in to make the show better, what are we doing it for? If it can't get better.
But that's your opinion. That's your opinion that it's gonna make it better.
It's gonna make it brings excitement. It brings excitement. It brings because for one thing, I don't think any of us are gonna pick the exact score of any of these games. Straight up, I'm willing to bet we're not.
Hey, check it out. I'm out of
for the first time all season.
I don't want to change nothing. It's just next year when I'm ahead, you can bring everybody welcome to bring suggestions.
We changed it. We already changed it. I've been going along with all these changes.
But this ain't Chuck's league. It's a family league. It's
and
not. We can't change rules because Charles is in the league. What kind of shit is that? Come on, man.
But
let's be grown up.
Hey, but you saying
just say you scared somebody gonna catch you.
I can flip that. Hey, Curt,
just say you scared that somebody gonna catch you.
I can flip that. This is.
Just say
I can flip that same thing. I can say the same thing. We gonna change it just because y'all behind.
Hey, I already said
the same thing.
I already said
we gonna change it, flip it because y'all behind.
It's a vote.
Yeah. First of all, I'm gonna catch you anyway. I'm gonna catch you, bro. I'm doing this.
Then catch me. Catch me.
I'm looking at
catch me.
I'm looking at everybody. This is benefiting everybody, not just
Okay, look. I'm done discussing. Whatever y'all want to do it. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm done discussing. You're right. It's not my show. It's not my show.
I understand.
So whatever y'all want to do, let's do it.
Listen, I understand.
What game y'all want to predict? What game y'all want to predict? It's not my show. All right, I'll just go along with whatever y'all want to do. I'll go along with whatever y'all want to do. I'll just go along with whatever y'all want to do.
For the first time all season, this has become the family fight. Okay. We actually fight. But listen.
I'll do whatever y'all want to do, man. I don't even care.
Listen.
I'm
the hell with it.
It's all good. It's all good. This is the first season and we're putting it together right. I just think my vote would be that if we're going to make changes to it, we do it before, like if we're going to do something in the regular season, we do it in the regular season. And then if we find something like we did this year, I thought it was a great idea for us to add an extra point to the playoff system. Right. But we did it before the playoffs started. You see what I'm saying? So before the playoffs started, so we had the rules for the playoffs before the playoff. Even though we did it late, we did it. We made the changes before the playoffs started. So I just suggest that if we do it going in the future, yes, next year we're going to have all the rules written out. But if we think of this great idea and we say, hey, we're going to do this, like we'll say, okay, we're going to do it for the playoffs. And we put it in place before the playoffs start. Does that make sense? That way it's just, going into it, we're not making changes in the middle of the playoffs from week to week. You know what I'm saying? Because next week, like Chuck said, if we think of something even better, next week we'll be like, well, shoot, for the championship game, let's do this. You know what I mean?
I look at it as just moving the goalposts. That's how I see it.
No,
you keep moving the goalposts.
Okay, then let's do this then. This is the playoffs. At the end of the playoffs is going to be the Super Bowl. So each person will have their pick. And if they win, they get 3, right? We made that agreement, right? For the last game.
The Super Bowl
Okay.
pick, yeah.
Okay.
If the Ravens win the Super Bowl.
Okay, hear me out.
Hear
me out. If you pick the exact score of the Super Bowl game, one game, you get 1 point.
I already said I don't care, man.
I can do that. I'll be okay with that. 1 game, 1 point, 1 extra point for the Super Bowl.
If you pick the exact score, if it's the Chiefs and 49ers, and you say they're gonna win 25-14, you'll get 4 points. What's wrong with that? It's just adding ambience to it. I mean, some intriguing something to it. Which the thing ain't going anyway. So,
I don't see how somebody could be 4 point, like say I'll pick everybody all season and I win by 4 points, but the fact that you hit on the thing, you win the whole thing. And I pick more picks than you throughout the season. But you got lucky on some kind of coin flip or some double of this or triple of that, and then you win. But say the person ahead picked more games than everybody all season long, but lose because of some kind of a shot in the dark.
No,
how do y'all see that as being fair?
It's not a shot in the dark. It's I said let's do it for the Super Bowl. It's not just for you, it's for all of us.
Okay.
All of us.
Like I said, whatever y'all want to do, whatever y'all want to do, I'm just
Super Bowl.
I throw my hands up, man. Just
what do you think, Darryl?
I'm just gonna flow with whatever y'all do.
I don't mind the Super Bowl. And the reason I don't mind the Super Bowl is because we're only going to be picking 1 game on here, right? And that would make it that would just give us something else to do where we don't have this really short show on the Super Bowl Sunday. You know, so I don't mind the Super Bowl because it's 1 game. We choose who we think is going to win. We talk about the Super Bowl, and then we all pick a point or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind the Super Bowl because, you know, picking 1 game, we'll be on here for 5 minutes and we'll be off. You know what I'm saying? But whereas this will give us a little bit something else to kind of talk about and to discuss. So I don't mind the Super Bowl because if we're doing what I said, right, before you go into the playoffs, you make whatever changes you want to make and you put the rules in place for the playoffs before the playoffs. And if we're saying that the Super Bowl is something different than the playoffs, then I can understand that. And then it's just 1 game and it's 1 point. So it's not that big of a difference, honestly, with just the 1 game. So I don't mind doing it for the Super Bowl. I don't want to do it for the play. I don't want to make any changes for the playoffs because we're in the playoffs. But if you wanted to make a change for the Super Bowl, then I understand. Now, like, yeah, I would be okay with it if that's what y'all want to do. I'm okay with that.
I vote that one since the playoffs done started. We ain't gonna change the playoffs, but for the Super Bowl to give everyone a chance, because Darryl, this could help you as well. Because you're winning. You and I have points. We all have points. We're not that far behind. That 1 point, if you choose the right score, might take you over. Most likely you're not going to pick the exact score of that game.
Probably not.
Winning or losing to me ain't the point.
No, that's what I've been trying to say, Chuck.
Winning or losing is not the point. It's just the fact that, you know, we got to keep adding and adding and adding. And that's
no, we're not adding. We just said we won't do it for the playoffs. I said for the Super Bowl, bro.
I'm just telling you where I'm coming from.
Okay, I hear you. I respect that. I said I'm for that. We won't change nothing. But for the Super Bowl, one game, not 2 or 3, one game. We make
hey, Super Bowl come out, pick a score.
Yeah, let everybody pick a score. If anybody hit the score, they get 1 point. If we don't,
and I know ain't nobody gonna hit it, but damn,
thank you.
know,
What's the argument, bro? Nobody gonna hit it.
It's just the principalities. And there's nothing wrong with being military.
I know. Nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with having fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
If I lose, bro. It ain't no big
deal. Well,
it's
wrong with,
always
like I said.
Year. But
like I said,
I'm just bringing something different, some looser to the guy to make it more intriguing. That's all.
Yeah.
Curdy, what you think, man?
Whatever y'all decide, bro. I'm out of it.
The Super Bowl. What you think about the Super Bowl then, Curt?
I mean, if that's what we all agree to, bro, I don't want, my thing is this. If somebody don't get the score or finish the season, if we're going to have to hear crying at the end, I don't want to do it. If we make a decision, we roll with it and leave it alone. It's a competition. So I don't want to hear, hey, we changed stuff all year. If somebody get called or, I don't want to hear that. So whatever we decide, that's what we decide, and we move forward. That's all, whatever that is. If we decide not to do it, cool. I ain't got nothing to say. But if we do it, let's do it and just, that's part of what we do and leave it at that. All I'm saying is don't turn around next year and we don't have these rules because we're trying to grow into a good competition, right? So if that's what we're going to do and we all agree, man, just move forward and leave it behind. And no, it ain't nothing wrong with being military. I'm just saying y'all not open to change. So
I'm not open to. The only reason I'm not open to change because
we're military
as we go.
If you think back, I said, hold on. If you think back, I said you're like my dad. Y'all don't like change. That's what I said. So it wasn't no insult on the military. Period. So don't even characterize me like that. 2, whatever we decide, let's just roll with it, bro. I'm on here to have fun. Everything that we brought up was to make it more enjoyable for other people to watch.
Right.
Boy, you got hot, didn't you?
But that's
how
it is, bro.
That nigga hot, man.
The enjoyment of it, bro. That's all I'm saying. So,
like I said, we'll just do whatever y'all want to do.
The Super Bowl.
I'm down with it. Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I'll pick a score. Nothing else to discuss, really.
Yeah. So, Darryl, is that cool with you, D?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Super Bowl, that'll be the one game that we already decided it's 3 points, right? If you pick the right team.
If we pick the team before, right? So if our team wins, is you get the 2 points and then you get the extra point, right?
We said the Super Bowl was 3, right, Chuck?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah, we said the Super Bowl game.
I think if your team that you pick win the Super Bowl, if the Ravens win the Super Bowl, I think y'all said 3, right?
Right.
Yeah.
3 points.
It's 3. It's because I picked them to win, so that's 2. And then since I picked them to win before the season started, that's an extra point. So I get that. So I get.
If the Lions win the Super Bowl, yeah, you'll get 3. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, I'll get 3.
Okay, so the game
but the playoffs is 2, right? So we win the playoffs, that's 2. Each game is double. We got that going on.
So that
Super Bowl is going to be 3, okay? If your team win the Super Bowl, that's 3. Plus, if you hit on the right score, what, 4? If you get lucky and hit on the right score in the Super Bowl, that's going to be 4, right?
Okay, but no. What if the Lions don't go? but I still get an opportunity to pick for the Super Bowl. So if
Yeah.
I pick correct, what is that? 2 points?
That's 2 points.
Okay. Now, what if I turn around and choose the right score?
That's 1 additional
Then that's
point.
going to be
on top
4
of
more
the-
points,
3,
right?
no, 3.
No. It's 2 plus 1, so it'll be 3 total points.
So wait, so if the Lions win,
No, if the Lions don't go.
if the Lions don't go, but you pick the correct score in the Super Bowl.
No, I picked the correct score. I picked the team. Okay, say it's the Chiefs. Say if it's the Chiefs and the 49ers. Okay, I didn't pick them to win. So
Yeah.
my 3 points is out of there because the Lions is going home. So we're doing 2 points, right? For me, right?
Oh, if you make the right pick of the game, each game that you pick right is 2 points in the playoff, right?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he's saying. That's what
I just said. So
No, I'm asking about how many points have you hit on the Super Bowl?
Okay, so
If you hit
let's do it like
the
this.
point-
Let me try to
points.
explain it to make. Let me try to explain it to make
It's
sure. I
gonna
think
be
I got it. I think I got it.
4, right?
I think I got it right. Kansas City, San Francisco in the Super Bowl, right? If I pick Kansas City to win, and Kansas City wins, I get 2 points because I didn't choose Kansas City as my pick at the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah.
But if you pick Kansas City to win, you get the 2 points for picking the right team, and you get the 3 points. Oh, what are we doing? 3 or 1? You get 1
3.
extra.
I'm clear on all of that. I'm clear on all of that. I'm saying if you hit how many points if you hit the exact score on the Super Bowl?
1.
You get 1 additional point.
1.
One
Okay.
additional. So you would have
Okay.
gotten so if I pick Kansas City and I get the correct score too, that means I
I'm
get
clear.
the 2 points for the picking the right team, and I get
I'm
the
clear
1
on it.
additional point for picking the right score.
That's
I'm
it.
clear on it.
You got it?
Don't that make sense?
I'm clear on it.
So
But
now-
okay, but he would get 3 if because he chose the Chiefs. So if the Chiefs win, he get 3, right? Or do he get 2 and plus 3?
No, it was 1 extra point, basically.
it was 1 extra point. Okay, so
Okay.
so
So
if
you-
Chuck
At
Chuck
best, you
chose the
should
right.
end up with 4 points. Possible.
So
Right.
Chuck would end up with 4 points.
It's
Okay,
only
I got
4.
you. I understand.
Let's say if Chuck picked the Chiefs, the score, he in for 4 points. Because that was his
team made
Super Bowl pick from the beginning.
Yeah.
So he got 4 points possible.
See, I misunderstood originally because I thought that if our original team went all the way to the Super Bowl and won, I thought we got the 2 points for picking the right team, and then we got 3 points because our team that we chose, our original pick, went all the way to the Super Bowl. So I thought that if I won the Super Bowl, if Baltimore wins the Super Bowl, I get 5 points. That's what I thought.
Well, see, we
originally.
didn't clarify because didn't we made the Super Bowl rule before we made the playoff rule.
Right. We did.
And we didn't address that
And
issue.
we didn't address.
So
Okay.
to me, it shouldn't result in extra points. It should only be 4 points possible with you having your team make it all the way to the show and winning. Because we didn't address that little nuance
Right.
beforehand when we did go for 2. We didn't review that rule. So to come now, I think that would be unfair to make it worth 3 right at the end when that's a 7-point swing. That you can't do that.
No, just I say if your team make it instead of 2, you get 3 if they win. If another team make it, your team don't make it, but you pick the right team to win, you get 2. And then if you choose the correct score of that game,
Yeah.
You get an additional.
So
you get an additional 1. 1 point.
So
That's it.
it's only 4 points up during the Super Bowl. And the most maximum anybody could get is 4 points.
4. That's it.
And that's with your team, preseason team making it.
Right.
Your pre-pick making it. That's the only way that 4 points is possible. That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, and I understand, that. I have a good
So really,
for the road.
really, my team was the Lions. Kurt's
Right.
team was the Cowboys. He out.
I'm
Charles'
out.
team
I can't
is
make
the
4
Chiefs.
points no matter
He
what.
gonna be out this week. So really, you the only one, and I'm the only one that will have a chance at the 3 points. Because the Chiefs ain't going to the Super Bowl. So sign us out of here, bro. 3. All Chuck can get in the Super Bowl is 3. He can choose the team that's gonna win, and he better guess a good point. That's all he can do. Because Chiefs ain't going to no Super Bowl.
Okay, so
I can't do it.
all minds and hearts are clear.
Boy, please. Yes, Lord.
All minds, hearts are clear. Are we clear? Everybody understand where we coming from? Man, that was interesting. All right, so we had, again, as we're going through, y'all want me to sign out? Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank y'all for joining us here with the NFL Family Fight as we're getting things together. Again, this is season 1. So we're still getting things together. We're still having fun, and we're still getting, getting the rules and everything down, exactly what we want to do going forward. But now we figured it out. All right. So on the Super Bowl, we made one change just so everybody can kind of understand to wrap up everything. If your team, we have everything in the playoffs, the game is actually worth 2 points. The Super Bowl game is actually worth 2 points. If it was one of our preseason picks that actually goes and wins the Super Bowl, we get an additional 1 point on top of that, and wins the Super Bowl. We get an additional 1 point on top of that. And for the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl only, we're going to pick the score. So, and if the score actually gets that, then that's actually, if we guess the right score, then we actually get 1 extra point as well. I hope I've tried to make it clear for everybody, just in case people was trying to follow along, so that we all understand exactly what's going on. But that's all for us today. We've made our picks. We want to hear what your picks are. Who do you think? Teams just left: Houston, Baltimore, Green Bay, San Francisco, Tampa Bay, Detroit, Kansas City, and Buffalo. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Who do you think is going to go all the way? Who do you think is going? You believe in them Texans like I believe in them Texans? No, I'm just playing. Y'all take it easy, man. We'll see y'all next week. Be blessed. Peace.
Deuces. Chiefs up. They gonna lose.